After the age of 60, joint pain becomes more than just an annoyance. It can limit your movement, affect your sleep, and slowly take away your independence. But what if there were a simple, natural way to fight back? Something easy to add to your daily routine, something you can drink that helps reduce inflammation, rebuild cartilage, and ease joint pain without pills or harsh chemicals? Today, we'll explore one everyday drink that's gaining attention in the scientific community for its potential to reverse joint pain, improve flexibility, and support overall joint health. And here's the good news. You don't need to spend a fortune, you don't need to change your entire diet, and you definitely don't need to accept joint pain as a normal part of aging. Because while it's true that aging affects your joints, it's also true that your body is constantly trying to heal, if you give it the right tools. Let's start with what's actually happening inside your joints. Over time, the cartilage between your bones begins to wear down. This cartilage acts like a cushion. When it thins, your bones start to rub against each other, causing pain, stiffness, and sometimes swelling. At the same time, your body becomes less efficient at producing collagen, a protein that's essential for joint health, skin elasticity, and connective tissue. And then there's inflammation. Chronic low-grade inflammation increases with age, and for many people over 60, it's a silent driver of joint pain. It's not just about injuries or arthritis. Even your daily meals can contribute to inflammation, especially if they're high in processed sugars, trans fats, or certain oils. But here's where things get interesting. Scientists have discovered that certain natural compounds found in foods and drinks can actually reduce joint inflammation, boost collagen production, and help restore the cushioning in your joints. One of the most promising, a drink you may already know, but probably don't use for joint health yet. We'll reveal that drink in just a moment, but first, let's talk about what you might be feeling right now. Maybe your knees ache when you climb stairs. Maybe your hips feel stiff when you get out of bed. Or your fingers feel sore when you try to open a jar. These are common signs of joint degeneration, and while they're often labeled as normal aging, they're actually signals from your body asking for support. The good news, you can give your joints what they need, starting with what's in your glass. So what is this everyday drink that may help relieve joint pain and restore flexibility? It's bone broth, a warm, nutrient-rich liquid made by simmering animal bones and connective tissue for hours. And before you dismiss it as an old-fashioned remedy, let's look at the science. Bone broth is rich in collagen, gelatin, glucosamine, chondroitin, and key amino acids like proline and glycine, all of which play a role in maintaining joint health. These nutrients help rebuild the soft tissues around your joints, support cartilage repair, and most importantly, reduce the inflammation that causes pain and stiffness. Now, you might be wondering, can one drink really make that much of a difference? Let's look at what researchers have found. In one study published in the journal Current Medical Research and Opinion, older adults who supplemented with collagen peptides, similar to what's found in bone broth, reported significant improvements in joint pain, mobility, and flexibility over just a few months. Another study in osteoarthritis and cartilage showed that glycine and proline may help slow cartilage breakdown and improve joint function, especially in the knees and hips, two of the most affected areas as we age. And the best part? Bone broth is not just effective, it's also gentle on the stomach, affordable, and easy to make at home. You simply simmer bones, chicken, beef, or even fish, with a bit of vinegar and water for several hours. The vinegar helps extract the minerals and collagen from the bones. Add in some vegetables and herbs if you like, and you've got a delicious healing drink you can sip daily to support your joints. If cooking isn't your thing, there are now high-quality bone broth powders and ready-made broths available at most grocery stores and online. Just be sure to check for low sodium, no added sugars, and a short ingredient list. Now, bone broth isn't magic. It's not going to fix severe joint damage overnight. But when consumed consistently, even just 1 cup a day, it provides the building blocks your body needs to repair and maintain joint tissue. And the results can feel like magic. Less stiffness in the morning, easier movement throughout the day, and less pain when you walk, bend, or stretch. Thousands of seniors have already made bone broth a part of their daily routine. And many report not only reduced joint pain, but also better digestion, clearer skin, and even improved sleep. So if you're looking for a natural, safe, and proven way to care for your joints, this simple drink may be the missing piece. Now that you know what bone broth can do for your joints, let's talk about how to get the most out of it and what to avoid if you want real results. First, consistency is key. 1 cup once a month won't make a difference. But a small cup daily, just 6 to 8 ounces, can support ongoing repair. The best time to drink bone broth? Many people find it helpful first thing in the morning, on an empty stomach. Why? Because your body is more receptive to nutrients after fasting overnight. Plus, the warmth helps relax stiff joints and muscles right away. Another option is in the evening as a soothing bedtime drink. It's naturally high in glycine, which has been shown to improve sleep quality. And good sleep plays a vital role in tissue healing and inflammation control. Next, let's talk about what to pair it with. If you're sipping bone broth, it's smart to combine it with vitamin C-rich foods like berries, bell peppers, or even a squeeze of lemon. Why? Because vitamin C helps your body convert collagen into usable form, and that makes the broth even more effective. You can also add turmeric or black pepper. Both have anti-inflammatory benefits, and they taste great in a savory broth. But just as important as what you add is what you avoid. Certain foods and drinks can cancel out the benefits of bone broth, especially if they increase inflammation. The biggest culprits? Refined sugars, highly processed vegetable oils like soybean or corn oil, white bread and other refined grains, and sugary soft drinks. These foods not only increase inflammation, they also interfere with the absorption of collagen and key minerals. So if you're sipping broth every day but still eating high inflammatory foods, you may be slowing your progress. The goal isn't to cut out everything you love, but to be more intentional. Try swapping soda for herbal tea or white bread for whole grains. Simple changes make a big difference when done consistently. And one more tip: hydration matters. Your joints are surrounded by synovial fluid, which acts as a lubricant. If you're even mildly dehydrated, that fluid thickens and your joints may feel stiff or grind together. So, along with bone broth, make sure you're drinking enough plain water throughout the day. Your joints will thank you. Now let's talk about who benefits the most from drinking bone broth regularly and how it can help with different types of joint pain. If you suffer from osteoarthritis, the slow wearing down of cartilage in your joints, bone broth can help supply the raw materials your body needs to slow the damage and rebuild what's been lost. The collagen and amino acids in broth support the structure of cartilage and help reduce the friction that causes pain when you move. If you have rheumatoid arthritis or other autoimmune joint issues, the anti-inflammatory properties of glycine, glutamine, and chondroitin can help calm the immune system's overreaction, which is what leads to swelling and joint stiffness. Even if you're not diagnosed with arthritis, you might experience joint discomfort from aging, previous injuries, or daily wear and tear. In those cases, regular bone broth can act as a preventive tool, keeping your joints lubricated and resilient before serious issues begin. Now, here's something else to consider. Bone broth isn't just good for joints. It also benefits your gut health, which is closely connected to inflammation levels throughout the body. Many scientists now talk about the gut-joint connection. When your digestive system is out of balance, it can increase systemic inflammation, and your joints often feel the effects. Bone broth contains gelatin, which supports the lining of your gut and promotes a healthy digestive barrier. This means fewer toxins leak into your bloodstream, and your immune system stays calmer and more focused. So, in a way, drinking bone broth helps you at multiple levels: repairing tissues, calming inflammation, and improving how your body absorbs nutrients from food. Another area where bone broth may surprise you: bone density. As we age, bones can lose calcium and become more brittle. This is especially true for women after menopause. While calcium is important, bones are also made up of collagen. And bone broth provides both collagen and essential minerals like magnesium and phosphorus, which are key for bone strength. So, if you're worried about bone fractures or have been diagnosed with osteopenia, bone broth is a safe and supportive addition to your daily habits. And remember, it's not about perfection. Even if you don't drink it every day, aiming for 3 to 5 cups a week can still offer real benefits over time. Like anything with health, consistency is what brings results, not extremes. Let's take a look at how real people, just like you, have used bone broth to turn back the clock on joint pain and mobility issues. Meet Linda, age 68. She had been dealing with knee pain for over a decade. Getting up from the couch was a struggle. Going upstairs felt like climbing a mountain. She had tried painkillers, creams, supplements. Nothing lasted. Then her daughter mentioned bone broth. Skeptical but curious, Linda began sipping 1 cup a day in the mornings. Within 2 weeks, she noticed her knees felt less tight. Within a month, she could take the stairs with less effort. Now, nearly a year later, she's walking her dog every evening, something she thought she'd never do again. Or take Robert, 72, a retired teacher. His fingers were so stiff from joint pain, he had to stop playing the piano, his lifelong passion. He started making bone broth at home every Sunday, adding in turmeric and a bit of black pepper for extra anti-inflammatory power. After 3 months, he could move his fingers more freely. Now he's back to playing music. Slowly, yes, but with joy and without pain. These stories aren't miracles. They're the result of giving the body the tools it needs to heal. And when you do that consistently, your body responds. It doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, or 80. Your body still has the ability to regenerate, especially when you reduce inflammation and support the tissues that matter most. You may have already experienced moments of decline. Stiff knees, sore hips, tight shoulders, they sneak up on you. You chalk it up to getting older. But the truth is, aging is not the enemy. Inflammation is. And bone broth is one of the simplest, most effective tools to gently lower inflammation and support healing, without needing more pills, injections, or frustration. The best part? It empowers you. It's not someone fixing you. It's you giving your body what it's been asking for all along. A warm mug of nutrients, a daily act of care, a quiet reversal of years of wear and tear. This isn't about going back to your 30s. It's about making your 60s, 70s, and beyond feel stronger, freer, more alive. And it all starts with one small habit. Something you can begin today. So where do you start? If you're ready to take action and give your joints the support they need, here's a simple plan to follow starting today. Step 1. Choose your source. If you enjoy cooking, make your own bone broth at home, using chicken, beef, or turkey bones. Add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to help release the nutrients, then simmer slowly for 10 to 24 hours. If you prefer convenience, look for high-quality bone broth in powder or liquid form. Just check the label. Look for grass-fed or organic bones. Avoid artificial flavors or preservatives. Keep sodium low and ingredients simple. Step 2. Set a routine. Start with 1 small cup a day, morning or evening, whatever works for you. Sip it warm, like tea. If you'd like, add a pinch of turmeric, ginger, or lemon. Remember, it's not just about nutrients, it's also about the ritual of healing. Step 3. Reduce inflammation triggers. Limit sugary drinks, processed snacks, and refined oils. Instead, pair your bone broth with anti-inflammatory foods, berries, leafy greens, olive oil, and fatty fish. You don't have to be perfect. Even small changes add up over time. Step 4. Move gently. Joint recovery works best when you combine nutrition with movement. Try gentle stretching, walking, or chair yoga. The goal isn't intensity, it's consistency. Step 5. Track how you feel. Keep a small notebook. Note your pain levels, stiffness, energy, and sleep. This will help you see the subtle progress over time and give you motivation to keep going. Because here's the truth. Every small decision you make adds up. Each cup of broth, each healthy choice, each walk around the block, they all send the same message to your body. I'm still here, I still care, I still want to feel better. And your body listens. It responds slowly but surely. Pain becomes less sharp. Movement becomes smoother. You start to feel like yourself again. The version of you that moves with confidence, that doesn't wince getting out of bed, that walks into the kitchen without grabbing the counter for support. So don't wait. You don't need a prescription. You don't need to wait for the next flare up. You just need to begin. Because healing doesn't start in the doctor's office. It starts in your kitchen, in your mug, in the quiet commitment to care for your body one day at a time. Bone broth isn't a fad. It's not hype. It's a return to something ancient, something your body recognizes and welcomes. And for your joints, it just might be the beginning of a new chapter, one with more comfort, more strength, and more freedom to do what you love. Start today. Your joints will thank you tomorrow and every day after that.